Bellah Mae, wake up!
Katy Perry yelled. Bellah Mae burrowed deeper under the covers. She did not want to wake up.
Bellah Mae, I mean it.
Katy Perry tried again. Bellah Mae pulled the pillow over her head. She pretended to be asleep.
All right, suit yourself.
Katy Perry huffed and left the room. Bellah Mae smiled under the covers. She had won, or so she thought. The smell of bacon soon wafted in. Bellah Mae's stomach rumbled. She peeked out from under the covers. Maybe getting up wouldn't be so bad after all. Bellah Mae skipped into the kitchen. She saw a feast fit for a queen. Sandy Anderson was busy at the stove flipping pancakes.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Sandy Anderson chirped. Bellah Mae grinned, expecting a plate piled high with pancakes. But Sandy Anderson had other plans. She placed a bowl in front of Bellah Mae. It was filled with a beige mush, peaches, and cream oatmeal. Bellah Mae's face fell.
Oh, oatmeal. I wanted pancakes.
Sandy Anderson raised an eyebrow.
It's what your mother picked out for you.
She said sternly. Bellah Mae glared at the oatmeal. She saw Katy Perry laughing in the corner. Bellah Mae's blood began to boil. It was all Katy Perry's fault. If she hadn't woken her up, she would be having pancakes too. Bellah Mae grabbed the bowl. She flung the oatmeal across the table. It landed with a splat on Katy Perry's face. Katy Perry gasped. Oatmeal dripped down her face. She looked like a monster from a cheesy horror movie. Bellah Mae burst into laughter.
You'll pay for that.
Katy Perry sputtered and stormed out of the kitchen. Bellah Mae knew exactly where she was going, to Nicki Minaj, Bellah Mae's mum. Bellah Mae gulped. She knew she was in big trouble now. Nicki Minaj did not tolerate bad behavior, especially not before her morning coffee. Bellah Mae tried to avoid her mum all day. She hid in her room reading comics under the covers, but it was no use. At midnight, Bellah Mae felt a tap on her shoulder. She opened her eyes to see Nicki Minaj standing over her. Her eyes were blazing with fury.
Get out of bed, young lady.
Nicki Minaj said through gritted teeth. Bellah Mae knew better than to argue. She followed her mother to the living room. She was in for a world of hurt. Section 6. The Tripping Terror. The next morning, Bellah Mae was fuming. Her anger was palpable, radiating off her in waves as she moved around the kitchen, her mind replaying the events of the previous day. She was still angry about the oatmeal incident and the punishment that followed. The memory of the cold, lumpy oatmeal and the harsh words from her parents stung deeply.
I can't believe they did that to me. I'll show them. They think they can humiliate me and get away with it. No way.
She plotted her revenge meticulously, her mind racing with ideas. She knew she had to make them pay, to feel the same humiliation she felt. As Katy Perry walked down the stairs, Bellah Mae stuck out her foot with a calculated precision. She had waited for the perfect moment. Katy Perry tripped, tumbling down the remaining steps. Her body twisted awkwardly as she fell, her arms flailing in a desperate attempt to catch herself. There was a sickening crack. The sound echoed through the hallway, a grim testament to the severity of the fall.
Ah, my ankle. The pain was immediate and intense, shooting up her leg like a bolt of lightning.
Katy Perry lay at the bottom of the stairs, clutching her ankle and screaming in pain. Her face contorted in agony, tears streaming down her cheeks. Bellah Mae couldn't believe what she had done. The reality of her actions hit her like a ton of bricks, her heart pounding in her chest.
Oh no, what have I done? She whispered to herself, her voice trembling with fear and regret. The consequences of her actions were now painfully clear.
Section 7, SpongeBob SquareWave Shenanigans. This was the event everyone had been waiting for, the concert of the year. The excitement in the air was palpable, and the crowd was buzzing with anticipation. Bellah Mae knew she was in serious trouble now. Her heart pounded in her chest as she realized the gravity of her situation. She had made a decision that could change everything, but instead of facing the music, she decided to run. She couldn't bear the thought of confronting the consequences just yet. The crowd seemed to close in around her, making it harder to escape. She grabbed her backpack and snuck out of the house. The night was her ally, cloaking her in shadows as she made her way to the concert venue. She hoped no one would notice her absence.
I need to get out of here. The words echoed in her mind as she pushed through the throngs of people. Every face seemed to be staring at her, judging her. I can't deal with this right now. The pressure was too much, and she felt like she was about to break. She needed to find a way to calm down and think clearly.
She had been dying to see SpongeBob SquareWave in concert. It was a dream come true, something she had been looking forward to for months. The tickets were like golden keys to a world of joy and music, and today was the day. The date had been circled on her calendar for weeks, a constant reminder of the happiness that awaited her. She had planned every detail meticulously. She used her allowance money to buy a ticket from a scalper. The concert was amazing. The energy of the crowd, the lights, the music, it was everything she had hoped for and more. Bellah Mae sang along to all the hits. Each song was a cherished memory, a moment of pure bliss. She felt connected to everyone around her, united by the music. She forgot all about her troubles. In that moment, nothing else mattered. She was free, lost in the rhythm and melody of SpongeBob SquareWave's performance. Until she spotted a familiar figure in the crowd. Her heart skipped a beat as she recognized the face. It was someone she never expected to see here.
No way. Is that Mom? The shock was overwhelming. What was her mom doing here? How had she found her? Questions swirled in her mind as she tried to process the unexpected turn of events.
Section 8. Busted by Minaj. It was Nicki Minaj. And she did not look happy. Bellah Mae tried to hide in the crowd, but it was no use. Her mother had spotted her. Nicki Minaj dragged Bellah Mae out of the concert hall. She was fuming.
You are in so much trouble, young lady.
Bellah Mae hung her head in shame. She knew this was going to be the worst punishment ever.
I really messed up this time.
Section 9. Grounded and glum. Bellah Mae was grounded indefinitely. No SpongeBob, no sleepovers, no phone, no social media. You will spend your days thinking about your actions. Bellah Mae sighed. She knew she had messed up big time. Her mind wandered back to the incident that led to this punishment. She had let her anger get the best of her. It was a heated argument with her best friend Katy Perry, and now Katy Perry was hurt because of her. The words she had said in anger echoed in her mind, making her feel even worse.
I can't believe I did that. I really need to change. I need to make things right with Katy.
Bellah Mae vowed to change her ways starting tomorrow. She would apologize to Katy and work on controlling her temper, but for now she was stuck in her room, surrounded by nothing but her thoughts and a mountain of homework. The hours seemed to drag on endlessly. Well, here goes nothing, she thought, as she picked up her pen and started writing an apology letter to Katy. It was a small step, but it was a start. She poured her heart into the letter, hoping that Katy would understand and forgive her. She knew it wouldn't be easy, but she was determined to make amends. As she sealed the envelope, she felt a glimmer of hope. Maybe, just maybe, things would get better. She had a long way to go, but she was ready to take the first step. Bellah Mae knew that change wouldn't happen overnight, but she was committed to becoming a better person, for herself and for those she cared about. She looked at a photo of her and Katy, remembering the good times they had shared. She was determined to make things right and rebuild their friendship. With a deep breath, she placed the photo on her desk and got back to her homework. It was going to be a long journey, but she was ready to face it head on.